and drops him.
Tight end left, tight end left. Tagger, tagger. Set. Two jet.
Bridgewater now on second down. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Sean Davis with a pick. And he brings this one back. It's a pick six for a Steeler touchdown. And the defense could not have written a much better script than that first drive, pick six.
The offense never got a chance to really get oiled up there, did they? But the defense, they certainly got in gear. What a big-time play and a great way for them to start.
But now the offense, they've got to turn things around and figure this out because your backs are on the ground real quickly.
Yeah, usually when you're starting the game getting the ball, 0-0 is the only score you're worried about. Now the second time you get it, you're already down a touchdown.
Now the Vikings offense gets set to take over here.
Force! Let's go! Force! Four down. Force! Check safety! Hey!
They start the drive with Cook. Some fancy footwork, but not much room to operate. Just up past the 25 and no further. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on first down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run. Throwing, Bridgewater. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off, it's the Pro Bowl corner, Joe Hayden with it.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
Double tight!
Now a carry for the former Michigan State man, Le'Veon Bell. Slipped one tackle, but no more as he's knocked to the deck behind the line of scrimmage.
We got four.
Every year I go to the combine and marvel at the speeds that linebackers are running nowadays. They run like DBs. And let's face it, they know how to finish plays too. Eyes up, head up, run right through them.
Hey, we got three down.
Now Roethlisberger to throw on second down. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. It'll be a 3-yard gain, and that's going to bring up a 3rd down.
I'm here all day. Set! Mike 29.
A fake to Bell. Now it's Roethlisberger. He is going to find Hill here. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. And they're able to convert on 3rd with a solid gain of 23. So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels. Now a first down carry by Bell. Great move, but still wrangled before reaching the 20. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again. Go play action, hit them over the top.
And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
Eat these two.
They'll try and run for it with Bell. And he picks up the first as he's able to take it down to the 7-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
It's funny, partner. Le'Veon Bell, when he came out of Michigan State, when I go back and look at my analysis of him and what my grades were for him, thought he was a big-time player, great potential. but I didn't know we were going to get this player. I was used to a big, solid, thick running back, but now I've got a full package, a guy who can do everything, as we just saw there, including breaking tackles.
But at the time, second-round pick in 2013, some people probably wishing they'd taken him in the first. Shift together here from the D-line.
Alert, alert! Don't space it. Alert, alert, alert!
On second down, Roethlisberger eluding the pressure right. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's third down.
Kill. Hey, turn it up. Check three.
They've gotten it to the 1. Can they get that final yard here on third and goal? Here's Bell. And he's in. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Le'Veon Bell, his second touchdown on the season. And the Steelers find a way to stretch their lead. And it's good to make it 14-0. Boswell on now to kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Vikings offense now heading out to take over. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything, at least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. And a nice gain at 21 yards. He missed on his first 3 passes, was 0 for 3. Now gets a connection. Maybe that'll get him going.
Yeah, it wasn't a time for panic, but there was some concern because once you start in a certain pattern, you're wondering, can you get out of it? And that flips the other way, too, when you're throwing it really well. In this case, now he's got his first completion. They think he might be off to the races.
So 20 yards to go here on first down.
Tight left. Let's go.
They go play action here on first down. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. 17 yards on the pickup, and it'll make it second down.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
3 down. Let's go.
Third and short yardage, Bridgewater. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up fourth down.
This defense is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. They came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
Get ready. Way 90. 4 down. Way 90.
Bridgewater to throw for it on fourth. Forced out to his left. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. It'll be a pickup of 4, and it'll be a Minnesota first down.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a first down.
Throw left side complete. It's Hodges. And he's going to get this inside the 30. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue. On first and 10, Bridgewater. And that will fall incomplete. Oh, they took a shot there on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter.
Chinese Ringo. Chinese on the Ringo. Chinese on the Ringo.
A second down throw for Bridgewater. Catch here, left side, Thomas. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. They go play action. Bridgewater. And Thielen's got it. Touchdown, Vikings. Adam Thielen, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Vikings are able to make this a close game again. And that one makes it 14-7. Forbath out to kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. A reminder, coming up tonight, Green Bay visits Atlanta. All sorts of storylines there. A playoff rematch, also the opening of Mercedes-Benz Stadium. And then on Monday night, the Giants host the Lions.
So the Giants play on Sunday night and Monday night to open the season.
Yeah, 2 under the lights. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. Well, that play was doomed right from the start.
He just about ran into every defender on that one, didn't he? It felt like everyone got a piece of that tackle.
These two. Mike 29.
On second down, it's Bell. 4 yards on the pickup there, and now they're left with a 3rd and 8.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
And the Steelers on 3rd down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This is 3rd and 8.
Mike 29.
From the shotgun, it's Roethlisberger. Buying time to his left. Oh, now he bowls him over. And he'll avoid the tackle there with a slide. Scrambling not particularly a Roethlisberger strong suit, but he does get the job done there and gets a first.
Watch right.
Hurry up, let's go.
Go.
Set. 50.
Check.
Easy.
Check hot route. Hot.
4 down.
Check in.
They'll throw on first down with Roethlisberger. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Mackenzie Alexander with a pick. And a return across midfield into the 46-yard line. And he may want to track down that football because that's interception number 1 on his career.
You're saying that's going into the trophy case?
I put it there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That's when you ask the equipment guys to make sure they hold it for you after the game. But if you play in the back 7 on defense, that's part of your job, finding ways to take the ball away from the other team.
And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete. Throwing again, Bridgewater on 2nd and 10. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. The turnover put him in great field position. They don't want to squander it with 3rd down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad. They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
And Thomas has it. Touchdown, Vikings. Michael Thomas, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Vikings are an extra point away from tying this thing up. And it's up and good. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Out comes the Steeler offense now, ready to see what they can do here. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here.
Let's go now.
Again, it's Bell. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. Johnson, and he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on 2nd down.
They go to Johnson again. And he'll take this one up close to about the 45. 2 yards the gain there, and now they're left with a 3rd and about 4 for a 1st.
Looks like they're establishing a pretty good pattern here because they've been very heavy in the running game on the last 4 plays.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. So far, 4 plays in this drive, all 4 on the ground.
I'm trying to collect. Blue 30. Bell.
Big edge.
Easy.
From the gun on 3rd down, it's Roethlisberger. And he finds McDonald. And he's got the 1st down yardage as he takes it down to the 49. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains. They'll run it now out of the gun. Some extra space following the display of power. Down just inside the 45. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. On 2nd down, here's Roethlisberger.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. They'll give him a yard on the play, and they're going to face a 3rd down.
Larry. I see it up. You ain't got nothing.
So 2 minutes to go in a wild first half. Back to Heinz Field after this.
Big.
On 3rd down, here's Bell. And he'll be brought down at about the 42. And now the Vikings are going to stop it here on defense with a timeout. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Feeling like they're not quite in field goal range yet. They're going to go for it on 4th. They'll try and throw for it with Roethlisberger. That's to his running back, complete. And brought down, but the juke, the very nice juke, gives him the 1st down yardage there. It's a Pittsburgh 1st down, a gain of 13. They'll run it now out of the gun. And they do get him down, but not before he reaches the 4-yard line. 25 yards the pickup there, and also a 1st down.
Watch tight end.
Two. Left.
Now Bell. And he'll get him a bit closer as he's down to the 2-yard line. Another timeout called by the Vikings now. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. And the seemingly endless drive continues.
Double.
Hey. You got 3. 3 down.
2nd and goal from the 2-yard line. This is Bell. And he'll keep working toward that end zone as he's down to about the 2-yard line. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. The offense on 3rd down, they have been superb. 5 for 6 to this point. They're looking at a 3rd and goal here. They'll run it with Johnson. That is not going to be any help as they dump him behind the line of scrimmage. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th.
Now, this feels like old-school football because this has turned into a good old-fashioned goal line stand. So on offense, what do you do now? Do you decide to run it or throw it if you go for it on 4th down?
So they get the field goal, but part of that was a 14-play drive to get the 3.
Normally, when you hold the ball that long, run that many plays, you end up in the end zone. There's a breakdown on the defense. Something happens. In this case, that didn't. But really good ball control by the offense. They're hoping that they can wear them down if they keep having drives like that.
And the Vikings now heading onto the field. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
On play action, it's Bridgewater. Steps away to it, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Bud Dupree from his outside linebacker spot, forcing the sack for a loss of 8.
Let's go!
A second down throw for Bridgewater. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Thomas. A good pick up there of 20 yards. First down now, but the clock continues to move. Play action now. Bridgewater. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And that's going to make it 2nd and 14. So we reach half. Now, you folks don't know what you're missing. You're missing Larry Ridley. Ready to get back, though, to this Week 2 matchup. Let's get to it. An update from around the league as our first one comes from New Orleans. And it's an early lead there for the Saints. Remember to keep an eye on the ticker, of course, at the bottom of your screen for updates on that game and others around the NFL. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. The Steeler offense now with a football first here to begin the 3rd quarter. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try to stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
And a nice gain at 21 yards. You know, when I see passes like that, I'm reminded of something you and I talked about yesterday. Big Ben was a wide receiver the first 3 years of high school, sitting behind the coach's son. And then he finally got that opportunity. I think he's made the most of it.
It's always the coach's son, isn't it? But you know where it helps him? When he looks downfield, he knows what the receiver...
And they're going to get him. He's taken down for a sack back at the 47-yard line. Everson Griffin in there to get him for what will be a loss of 13 yards. So the sack, and now a 3rd and long situation for the Steelers and Ben Roethlisberger. From the gun, it's Roethlisberger. Being chased out left. Now Ben hit, and he lost the football. It's loose, and the Vikings pick up the football. And they will set up shop at their own 41-yard line.
I know that taking care of the football is something that's drummed into every guy who plays this position, no matter what, whether it's running it, in the pocket, out of the pocket. But it's almost surprising to me that there aren't more fumbles by that position because of the way that they get attacked on each and every play.
Well, we had the fumble last week. Now here's 2 weeks in a row with a fumble loss.
Concentration has got to be there, and he's got to understand how much time he has to take care of a play, and maybe his clock is off just a little bit.
5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. 2nd down, Bridgewater. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off William Gay, and they will take over at the 26-yard line.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively. Not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
And he'll be brought down right around the 37. So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it, that's going to be 15 yards.
Following the penalty, it's Johnson. And he's going to be stopped up at about the 47-yard line. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Let's give a lot of credit to the offensive line. They've been able to move the ball really well on the ground the entire game. And while that wasn't a huge one, that's okay. They'll take them in short, steady bursts.
They'll run it now out of the gun. A second juke. And he picks up about 6 as he gets this down to the 41.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, put a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them.
I'm not sure we could spot any tendency here on this third down. They could have run it or passed it. Either one was available. They chose to try and get it through the air, but they were unsuccessful.
Too long for a field goal, too short to punt. That in-between range, and they'll go for it on 4th down. Out of the gun, it's Roethlisberger. And he's going to go down. Back across midfield, he's sacked at the 46. Shalik Calhoun in there to bury him for a loss of 11. The Vikings offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. We have not seen much on offense from either side. These last few drives, it has been a struggle, hasn't it?
Totally, and you're thinking to yourself right now, if you're on offense trying to get things figured out, okay, we self-scout every week in our game plan. How many things do we do at certain times? What are our tendencies? Time to go to some of those tendency breakers and try and create some offense.
They always have those in their back pocket, don't they?
You have to, and if you don't keep abreast of what you're doing, you lock into a rhythm and make it easy for the opposition.
Looking for tendency breakers right now. From the gun, Bridgewater. He's going to wind up and air it out. And both guys were there, but it falls incomplete.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually that becomes man on man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
Third and long for Bridgewater. Going deep for Diggs. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete.
Credit the secondary and credit the defensive game plan. They've been in his hip pocket all game long. They understood coming in that he was a big-time receiver.
And Quigley now on to punt as he sends this one away. And the Vikings pick up the football. And maybe getting a little too cute there on the punt return. Sometimes they forget paramount holding on to that football.
I really do believe most of the return guys think to themselves, when I get the ball, I'm going to make the play that's going to change the game. I'm going to break it. And you love that they have that attitude, but your point is so well taken. What do you have to do? First and foremost, hold on to it. Take care of the football. That's all he needed to do.
Going deep for Diggs. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Mike Mitchell. And it's a good return here as he'll get all the way up close to the 35. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Not much happening there on first down.
I thought there might have been a hole for a split second.
Yeah, but it dried up pretty quickly, didn't it? Closed fast.
Play action. It's Roethlisberger. Escaping the pressure right. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up third down. And the Steelers on third down. 5 out of 9 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Here's Roethlisberger to throw. And this is going to be incomplete.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And a bit of a mistake there. This is well into the end zone for a touchback. Now the Minnesota offense set to take over again. And last time wasn't pretty. 1 play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. And some room to work. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. 12 yards there as they move the chains.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
And he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
Tiger! Tiger!
Watch tight. Tight is right.
Let's go! Blue 58! Blue 58! Tiger! Tiger! Get ready! Hey, 180! Hey!
Bridgewater now on second down. Rolling to his left. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he goes out right around the 39. It's a gain of 6 on the play, and they're going to have a third down.
Watch tight end.
Get ready!
Out of the gun, Bridgewater. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. James Harrison in there to pick up his 2nd sack now of the afternoon. Here's Ryan Quigley now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. Pulled in at the 24. And now running right through it. A very good return that time. 18 yards. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. And the Steelers set to take the field. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
It'll be a loss of 1, and it'll be 2nd and 11. Now it's Roethlisberger. Dumping it off for Johnson. And Johnson lost the football. It's loose, poked out. And the Vikings pick up the football. And they're going to bring this one back. It's a fumble return, a scoop and score for the Vikings. So a big turn of events there. This defense makes the play. They return it for the score, and now they have the lead.
So much for ball security for the offense. Playing with a lead in the second half. They give the ball up, and all of a sudden they're behind.
Big-time fumble. Here's the dangerous Tyreek Hill. And a good effort on the return there. Gets them across the 30 to the 33-yard line. The Steelers offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. And they weren't on the sidelines for long, but I'll tell you what, I'm glad you and I weren't down there. We could hear them. The coaches from all the way up here, they were adamant, you've got to hold on to the football or else we have no hope.
Yeah, it's easy for me to laugh sitting up here, but you're exactly right. If we were down there, that message would have been received a whole different way. Because turnovers, they've been a big problem for them. Got to take care of the football. Got to hold on to it. So they held him to a short gain on that one, and it almost felt like on that first run, they were trying to just throw the jab at him. So how do you stop a jab? Get closer and smother it, just as they did on that last play.
Now Roethlisberger to throw on second down. And McDonald here over the middle. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. The Steelers able to pick up 18 yards there.
For many teams, the evaluation of tight ends has really changed. We should wonder about how they would...
And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Anthony Barr, the outside linebacker, drops him for a loss of 6. On second down, Roethlisberger. That's out to Hill, right side complete. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Tyreek Hill, his second touchdown on the season. And the Steelers have taken the lead here in the fourth quarter. And he puts it through. Boswell on now to kick this one away. This will be fielded at the 8. Oh, and now he bowls him over. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. And now out comes Minnesota. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage. I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. And now here is another interception. Picked off William Gay. And a terrific return as he takes this thing all the way down near the 20-yard line. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a play is those 6 inches between them.
Oh, no, he lost the football. But it looked like the Steelers were able to recover, and they will indeed hold on to the ball. So it goes as a fumble, but the key thing, not a fumble loss.
Yeah, that stat's big, isn't it? I mean, I remember watching teams play. The ball might be on the ground a number of times during the game, but the other team doesn't get it. That's a huge difference in the ball game. And in this case, they were able to retain possession.
Field left, field left. Hey, watch the slant. Watch the slant. Ready?
They'll run it now out of the gun. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
And this is why the head coach gets paid the big bucks. Look at where they are in this situation, partner. Do you throw the ball here in a long-distance situation? Do you run it again and trust your defense and make sure you take care of the ball and punt it away? What kind of options do you have here, and what do you trust more on your team?
Yeah, they may have just pushed him back into that throwing situation. We'll see. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
They may be snapping the ball near the goal line, but all you're thinking defensively, keep them out of the end zone. Force the incompletion.
Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked. Now it's scooped up, and this is a live football. And they're going to come up empty here on 4th down.
Partner, I think they saw something there. I mean, they came from the right side deliberately, and you know there's always a designated guy who goes and blocks it, but it's the rest of his teammates that get him free.
Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch.
Get ready! Force!
Hey,
Force!
four down.
Watch the safety creep!
First down, Bridgewater. Dancing to his left. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Hodges. 15 yards there on the catch and run.
On any given pass play, you never know exactly where your exit points are going to be. On this play, he was flushed to his left, still on the run, able to accurately throw the football for a nice first down.
Past the 20. And all the way down to the 10-yard line. A big hitter. That one goes for 40 yards. We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the second level, because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the second level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
And his throw's going to be incomplete. Stephon Diggs, his intended receiver. And now it's second down.
You got to be precise with your throws, especially in this situation. You're inside the 10-yard line going into the end zone. But sometimes the emotion, the excitement, sometimes the decisions just aren't made very well because of that.
Get ready! 180!
A second down throw for Bridgewater. And that one's going to be over everybody in the back of the end zone. It's incomplete. The target that time, Michael Thomas. And it's third down.
Watch tight end. Watch tight end. Tight end's right. Tight end's right.
Get ready!
Throwing, Bridgewater. Screen play, McKinnon. And here he'll get it down to the 7. They're able to hold him to 3 there, and that leads to a 4th and goal.
They dialed up the screen pass on third down, and for a second it looked like it was all going to come together, and they had a chance to pick up a first down, but the defense got there and finished it off.
And Forbath will put this one through, and in the fourth quarter, this game is tied. I tell you, the life of a kicker. He has not been called on the entire game. He's over there by the net, but they send him out here in the fourth quarter and say, hey, go tie the game, will you? And guess what? He comes through.
I just don't know how they do it. I really don't. These cats are a different breed from you and me. That's a pressure kick, but that one was never in doubt.
The Steelers offense now, they head back onto the field. Tie game late, and the offense really has to be conscious of the clock here as it's becoming a factor late in this ballgame. Now it's Roethlisberger. This is Bell on the dump off. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. The Steelers picking up 15 yards there and a first down. Bell is so good at that. He just catches so many passes near the line of scrimmage. In fact, the unique stat line for him last year, he had more yards after the catch than total receiving yards from the line of scrimmage on the season.
That doesn't even sound real, but when you analyze his game, you understand why a stat like that can occur. His ability to catch the ball, be elusive, and also strong enough to break tackles, that allows him to gain all that extra yardage.
What's the run? They're running it. 87's getting the ball. 87's getting the ball.
Roethlisberger with a give to Bell. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. And the Steelers on third down. They've converted 5 times in their many chances thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3.
Single. I gotta stay on the slot. Stay on the slot.
Here's Roethlisberger. Flushed out right. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage, look defensively. Roethlisberger to throw. He's going to loft one. Deep left side. Got a man. It's caught at the 6-yard line. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Martavis Bryant, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Steelers are going to take the lead. Boswell on now to kick this one away.
Nice touchdown, baby. Keep working.
This will be fielded at the 8. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. And out now come the Vikings. They're down here in a one-score game. But the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday.
And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off. It's the Pro Bowl corner, Joe Hayden, with it. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it.
And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Everson Griffin coming hard that time. He's able to run him down for a loss of 12.
Double tight, double tight. Set. Black 20. You got 3 down, 3 down.
Now Roethlisberger going to hand to Bell. And he'll push his way up to about the 44 here.
Right there.
Another timeout called by the Vikings now. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play. So it's 3rd and long, and defensively not a real surprise there in the dime.
Focus, focus. Watch 80. Watch that. He likes to get those jump balls.
Throwing now is Roethlisberger. Screen play, Johnson.
He's coming.
They do get 10 back, but still a ways to go on 4th.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it, because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
Fair catch called for and made, but now we'll have to see about the penalty. Football 101, you've got to let the guy catch the ball.
You have to know the ball is there. You have to know it's arrived. Otherwise, you're going to get flagged every time.
Right. He's tied right here. He's tied on the right.
Let's cut.
They'll look to throw.
4 down. Check. 4 down.
And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off. It's the Pro Bowl corner, Joe Hayden, with it. Gosh, you add up last week and this week now. That's 9 interceptions in this 2-game stretch, and we're not done here.
It's almost as if they can't even believe their eyes. Or maybe, partner, is the confidence level in him so high that they believe he'll get out of it and make plays for them to win a game.
Well, they've said they believe in him. That's being tested right here. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.